strong side themselves as is Al Ittihad. First choice goalkeeper gets to start, and the seasoned scorer up front in Yusuf El Nesri is the man that will be leading the side. It's the Moroccan Rankan Al-Kabi, the new man. He'll be playing on the wing, looking to try and link up front with him and Nesiri. Well, they'll walk out to the pitch, both these sides, as led by Captain CBC for Orlando Pirates, and the refereeing team rather also leading Al Ittihad in striped yellow and black on the sides, led by Moussa Diaby, French international. Didn't make the French squad for the World Cup, but he'll have been happy with what his side has been able to achieve as far as the World Cup is concerned for both these sides. Shongwe, you've looked at both the teams, you've looked at how they'll be lining up, the seriousness of both sides and how they take this preparation serious.
You know, it was pre-season, and obviously the coach have been trying a number of combinations, but now it's beginning to look like they're closing on what they're more likely to start with come beginning of the season. And the Orlando Pirates side in particular, you're seeing players that will have featured very prominently in last season's winning team. So this, basically for me, it's beginning to look like a serious start to what the coach would like to see as the season progresses next weekend.
Well, the Sea Robbers have taken Spain by storm so far, holding Cordoba to a 1-0 draw before pulling off a dramatic come from behind against Cadiz under the watchful eye of coach Abdel Salam Wadu. The Buccaneers are purring, and with the likes of Daniel Msindami as well as Tsepang Muremi making immediate waves. Well, Muremi starts on the bench for this particular encounter. It will be interesting to see tonight as the stage is elevated. In front of them stands the People's Club of Jeddah, a star-studded unit featuring world-class firepowers like Moussa Diaby wearing the captain's armband. Stephen Bergwijn may come on a little later as well as Hossein Aoura as well. The Algerian is one of the people that will be looking to keep this game intense and quite serious. CBC wins the toss and then selects a side that he'll look to try and start off. Well, we can't start without, of course, presenting each other with pleasantries.
It is normally this level, but normally you see it with the infield players, but it's the first that I see with the coaches like it, because that goes to show the relationship that gets built in such moments, and these coaches will meet in other stages going forward as far as their careers will take them, but this is fantastic to see.
Well, the pleasantries mark their first meeting, historic one for both these sides, as they go on to start this encounter. Yes, we will see as to how Orlando Pirates will be looking to fit onto this. They've only lost twice in their 4-year trips that they've been to Spain's. In the 12 matches they've managed to play, they've gone on to do well, winning just about 5 of those and drawing 6 of those matches. Today they'll be in search of yet another victory, scoring 17 goals and conceding just 12 in the process since their first time they've gone out on it. Evidence Makhopa leads the attack for the Buccaneers. He'll be, of course, with Muremi, who will be playing right up front. So another man to keep an eye on is Moroccan El Nasseri as well, as he looks to try and add up to his tally is the 29-year-old. As a top goal scorer in the Super Cup back in 23-24 as well, netting 6 goals in 13 appearances in the last season for Al Ittihad. So he'll be leading the attack, and both coaches have gone with their strong possible squad for the preseason. Up and away we are for this encounter. It's Al Ittihad that kick us off, and they'll be taking the goals from the left-hand side of your picture towards the right, wearing yellow with black shorts, and Orlando Pirates in white with a touch of red. They'll be taking the goals from the right-hand side of your picture towards the left-hand side already. And Kabi, put under pressure immediately by Nduli. Good to see Nduli back in the Buccaneer shirts. Spent the better part of the season out with injury. He is the former Stellenbosch man. Oh, Daba makes a mistake earlier on, needs Sibisi to come to his rescue. So does Muremi, coming back to try and collect. First minutes of this encounter tells you what the intentions will be for the first 20 minutes between the two sides. Referee sees nothing wrong with that. Ittihad coming forward, losing the ball. Now, it's Orlando Pirates with an opportunity to try and launch an attack of their own. Doesn't work out well. Al-Kandi in there to intercept early on already.
Very interesting to see how the Al-Ittihad team is starting and pressing very high, looking to close Paris down. I mean, it's only pre-season, but you won't believe the amount of work that have been done just in search of what the opposition might come up with, and so they know Orlando Pirates can play from the back. So maybe there's a chance if they apply the high press this early, they might just be caught. Pirates were caught with the high press in their last game, where a mistake was made, and so I guess Ittihad will be looking to achieve the same thing.
Well, preseason allows you to make those mistakes and quickly rectify them as you conjure up how you will be looking at the coming season. Orlando Pirates in the next season, they'll certainly have a mark on their back. There will be a team that everybody else will want to beat. They have managed to win 3 out of the 4 trophies on offer in South African football. And of course, starting from the 1st of August, they understand the work that is on their shoulder. Also, there is CAF Champions League as well. Oh, early ball played into the box already. Intentions clear from Al-Ittihad. Daba cleans up. CBC helps out defensively, but already there is some pressing from the Rankabi. Now, Orlando Pirates into the attacking third, struck from a distance. Well, that's how he managed to get onto the score sheet. That's Muremi, of course.
Just a point. I don't want to in any way put this game under any sort of pressure. And as far as the refereeing team, I was very disappointed with the last game that they played, Orlando Pirates. There were just so many fouls that weren't attended to, and already I've seen 2 against Orlando Pirates, and the ref was just allowing the game to flow, but with some really harsh pushes from behind. And I hope it's not going to be the same scenario. It was a very frustrating game if you were an Orlando Pirates fan or even a member of the technical staff member.
No, not just preseason for the players, also for the officials as well. It requires them to really be on their A game, or at least clean up the cobwebs because of not having any football in the few months. Now Orlando Pirates coming forward, shifting through the gears very quickly. Mahopa leaves it for Ndaba, thinks about a shot, leaves it for Muremi on his left. And Diaby, rather Danielo Pereira, cuts it out quickly. Is the Portugal international.
Yeah, there was immediate pressure, and I guess he couldn't go full on with his upper body forward. But at least something came out of that they can...
Well, Eli Corner, well, doesn't yield the results for Evidence Mahopa. Coming off a good season as Evidence Mahopa.
And of course, I think that's the one other element that I would like to bring in here. He's normally, under normal circumstances, he didn't start for Orlando Pirates. He was always being brought in as an impact player. Butuma obviously was more preferred in that starting lineup, but it's interesting to see that he's starting in this case. Whether that will be the case going forward.
Well, 6 goals and 4 assists. Those are his numbers. And again, another foul on Dito this time. Oh. You're not happy with the columns.
No foul. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's the same ref, by the way, who handled that last game for Orlando Pirates. I wonder if that earpiece is working. He should be getting some instructions from his assistants of the line.
Could find a way, looking to try and dance through the defenses. Just couldn't find the way is Alawood. Oh, chasing. Oh, does Wall to cut onto the inside and able to offload to a teammate. Tight spaces though. Lost. Simic with that interception. Out wide to Alabut. Oh, goes down. Pretty fair, you'd say, from the ref.
I guess so.
And the Pirates rushing into the 18-yard area and leaves it for Mbata. Well, it is.
Scuffs the shot. And that was beautifully rolled back to him. He's coming with a little bit of momentum, and he could have done a lot better from what we know of him. He can do from striking from some range, and that wasn't the case, though.
Well, you can hear the coach already asking Apollos to go a little bit on the inside. Enjoy playing a little bit wider and cutting in on the inside with the ball, does Apollos.
And of course, if the inside lane is not properly closed, it allows him to take some strikes, and we've seen him score goals a whole lot more in that position when he was still at Polokwane City.
Possession changes hands. Quickly it is already. Orlando Pirates looking to try and feed it through. Dooley.
Okay, it's a little bit rusty.
Oh, certainly. Certainly.
Still has a lot to catch up with the game, but with the preseason, I guess he's somewhere up there. And Makaula being rested a bit, he played the last game, but you can see that Makaula is one of those players that maybe is not going to be used as often. Looking at his edge and the game, the pace of the game, maybe will be a little bit faster. So having Nduli into the field so that he gets accustomed into what the upcoming season is going to be like, I think will serve him right. Ndaba, it's the same as well. Not because Hoto has done anything wrong, but it's a question of investing in Ndaba, who's still a bit younger, who might still see many more seasons going forward.
Blooding in the youth, blooding them in to get used to take on this heavy responsibility. And the Pirates have always had strong wingers. Strong wing backs, the likes of Helman and Kelele. Remember him? They never called him Midnight Express for nothing.
Churi Bantwana, if you remember, if you were there, I don't know if you're listening, where were you during those days? Magents, of course, on the right inside. Sometimes on the left full back, he could fit in both full backs position.
And such is the golden generation of wing backs that Orlando Pirates have. So, opportunity for Ndaba to register his name there, as well as Dino van Rooyen as well. Can't keep it in play as a Diaby.
Look at how they're closing that attacking phase. Is Ittihad alongside the plan that is applying the high press.
Oh, as well, pickpockets, wins the ball. Referee says illegal. Oh, tell you one thing, it's a friendly by name. Unhappy with the tackle from Mbule, making his feelings clear and known. Forward they come again. A quick step over, looking to try and trick his way past Van Rooyen, pulled into the box and led it into the back of the net. Swasha! Breakthrough comes in the 11th minute of this encounter. And the man trusted with keeping the Orlando Pirates defense busy. Picks up his goal is Youssef El Nesri, a Moroccan international.
Yeah, Al-Hambi is the provider, and you gotta maybe put it on the defender CBC there who wasn't close enough. A defender running in front of you is the most dangerous in that kind of area. And Leslie is obviously a big boy, the Moroccan. He knows how to whack that space in front of goal, uses his body well, gets in front, and it's a nice header. No chance for Chain.
Well, no chance for Chain. It's 1-0 to Al Ittihad. They're pressing, having worked already. Consistent pressure. Again, coming to fruition now. What can he do? Shanketi is not able to find a way past CBC. Beaten once. He's made sure that he's not beaten for the second time. Is CBC.
Closing all the passing lanes, as you can see. Very difficult for Maswanganye to come up with combinations to come out of that very tight area at the back. Ready, 3-4 around the player on the ball.
One thing is they never give breathing room to Orlando Pirates. Each time there is a player on the ball, there's 2 or 3 players closing him down already. Forced a little bit wide. Now looking to try and find support is Tsepang Muremi. Mbata. Duty. Oh, I beg your pardon, that's Apolis. Encouragement to keep the ball from the goal from the coach on the sidelines. They lose it. Get a free kick though. In a very encouraging area.
Nice combination, nice passage of play by Orlando Pirates, and it's the only way that they'll get to break down this very solid defense, because they play as a unit. Very difficult to play those like through balls into the runner or somebody with an option to take a shot. So nice shot combination passes in that area is excellent.
Well, taken a little bit too quickly, not to the referee's liking. Petra Kranjkovic was still setting up his wall as well. Hits a 2-man wall. The Serbian goalkeeper, this is setting up his wall. He's got a height about him, 1.9 centimeters tall. He's the 30-year-old in between the sticks. Muremi will look to try and strike from a distance as Muremi.
I think we'd like to hang it into that far post.
Hangs it.
Too close to the keeper.
Yeah, easy for Ranjkovic to pick up the pieces, looking for an outlet to get it restarted quickly. He finds Al Nasri. Now was looking for a teammate, just didn't work out well. A good cutout by Orlando Pirates. Did well to recover defensively and stop that imminent threat coming through via counter-attack. Ndaba. He will look to start his second season with Orlando Pirates already. A Treble Cup winner. Most players, when they sign up for their new teams, they always say, I'm looking forward to winning the Cups. Well, paid dividend for the new faces, your Apolises, your Muremis, as well as your Ndabas also, that came through and picked up the golden medal of the Betway Premiership. You will see a few of those in pre-season, of course. We're just hoping that it won't be as nasty as it looks. Having his hand right on his hamstring. Maybe a bit concerning. Al-Kamandi going to check up on him.
Looks like already a change is being ordered. And that's not nice.
Oh, they're helping him take off his boots. Clearly, and that's a signal. Hamid Al-Kamandi. Al-Kamdi. Here's the man that is down. And so you've got Hamid and Ahmed Kamdi. Yeah, one man down. They look to try and soldier on. Mizali Ittihad. Bata not able to get to the end of it. He was at the World Cup with Bafana Bafana, of course, and finishing off historically with South Africa. And also ensuring that not only do they break records, but they've moved 5 places up on the world standings, right up to 56. They'll be hoping to break into the top 50 in the world. Certainly with how they've really committed themselves to represent the jersey and fly the flag up high. Certainly that's just a matter of time before they break into the top 50 as a national team.
But there's still issues before you start going too far. There's still issues of the selection of the new coach.
Well, just waiting for clarity on that. He announced himself as having left, and then the association came back and said, no,
not yet.
We're still okay. The relationship is ongoing. So, and the Minister of Sport also,
I guess, added some pressure.
Added some pressure as well, yes. Already pulling out names out of his head as to who deserves the seats more. Well, it'll be interesting to see and how that will go about. Ferreira putting pressure on Mahopa, who's coming deep to collect. Starved of supply. Sipochain, the current goalkeeper of the season, he could defend the title that he won in the 23-24 season. Right here in the 24-25 season, that is, of course. And 25-26 season, he could look to try and do that. Whipped in, changing sides. First touch, not the best. Kept alive though. What can they do? Coming forward now, knocking. Not so easy. Orlando Pirates applying a low block to try and deal with this pressure, unable to win the ball. They've got pace. Will they break in pace? Unfortunately, not the greatest of first touches from Evidence Mahopa. Lovely passing football from Ittihad. Switching ends to the near side now, looking for Diaby. Diaby was trying to connect and get one into the box and find El Nasri. No. Yeah, it does well to keep the ball alive. Bata looks for options. Dangles one into the box and easily dealt with. Defensively, able to clear out their defense is Simic. Orlando Pirates giving as good as they can take. Allowed to bounce and there, shot blocked. Intentions quite clear from Orlando Pirates. Now, on a level matters.
Listen, for me, what I've seen from Al-Ittihad's defense, they're very solid. And also the midfield, they drop immediately, screening the back four, making sure that it's very difficult to find the final pass. So Pirates need to do a little bit more wing play, not necessarily from the attacking players, but from the fullbacks. We haven't seen much of Ndaba going forward, no for Ryan. They've all preferred to stay for now, whether it's out of the coach's instructions, because I know there are players that likes to bomb forward with every opportunity given.
Forward, it's played from Pereira. Now come deep. They pocketed illegally, says the referee. Looking to just find his way was Kabi. Masongai. Found his way closed was Maremi. Was looking to try and track back a little bit and keep the ball alive. Intercepted with ease from Siema. Lebon, light. Bata looks for a teammate into the box. Ndaba, he sees his shot blocked. Intentions quite clear. Pack power and placement just couldn't get his way in that instance. Songai. Intercepted with ease. El Kamdi made a mistake. Can Orlando Pirates perfect? Well, keeper says no. Quick snapshots from Oswinopolis. Keeper well positioned.
Yes, I think the more than anything, it was his positioning that really helped him, because it was a well taken shot, except that it was straight at the keeper. But it's excellent for Orlando Pirates to at least open up a moment where at least a shot can be taken. Remember, they haven't taken much. So looking like they are getting very comfortable, building up to where they can now take some strikes from a range that can beat the goalkeeper. It is one thing to take a strike from anywhere, but can you beat the goalkeeper? Already we've seen the quality of the goalkeeper. That is Rakovic. Look at the press again.
He has over 54 appearances for Ittihad. Was with them in 24-25 season when they won the Saudi Pro League. His goalkeeper Rachkovic.
30 games played last season. So he's the most seasoned of the lot. He's got about 5 keepers on the line.
And then the Pirates venturing into the box and looking for a quick reply. Oh, just didn't come off as well as they could. El Gamti comes away with it. This time was Ahmed El Gamti that picked it up.
It's the second shot in a space of about 2 minutes for Orlando Pirates. Basically are getting closer and closer. And it was not the goalkeeper. It was just how close united were the team, the defensive line in that case.
Tito looks to try and feed it through. Just couldn't find his way through the middle. Mremi was in an offside position already, according to the referee. Swanganye captained the team in the first game that they played. Good call from the officials.
But the call, of course, under normal circumstances, you'll make the call up until the ball gets to the player that is offside. I guess maybe it's different rules.
See you there with the red pen, Mr. Shongwe?
Well, I'm taking
all the notes.
Yes.
Ensuring that everybody sharpens up, players and officials included, of course.
Here's the
as
thing.
They gear up into the new league.
Here's the thing. in no time you'll be hearing that there's new rules, and this is the change in as far as the rules is concerned. So now we need to be upfront with it and say, oh, by the way, I saw this happening. So that was the reason why.
Well, Giovanni Infantino has already hinted there may be new rules that may be adopted before we get to the World Cup 2030, the centenary of the FIFA World Cup. An opportunity here. Orlando Pirates able to get back into this encounter. What an emphatic response from the Buccaneers. From outside the box, Talent Mbata showing that he's a man of many talents.
Look, it came with the run of play. A few minutes ago, I was saying Pirates are getting a little bit closer and they're beginning to take shots, and it's shots that can beat a goalkeeper from that range, and we know Mbata what he can do from such a range, and didn't disappoint this time at all. Remember, he got one beginning of the game and he scuffed it, but this time given so much space and time to nest the ball and put it perfectly for a decent shot.
Oh, keeper saw it late, but that won't matter. Mbata, he has already made his mark, getting Orlando Pirates level into this encounter. Coach Abdesalam Wadu, he'll be happy as they take what is now called a hydration break.
Take into consideration the heat in that region. The last time we checked, it was about 26, but it was a humidity that was maybe more taxing to the players.
No. They've started on the front foot as Ittihad. They banged the first goal. Now, interesting to see how he makes the first 25 or so minutes of this encounter from Orlando Pirates as well. You are Coach Abdesalam Wadu. What are you happy with? What do you immediately pay attention to?
The one thing that maybe I'll start with what I'm not happy about is the slow start into the game, which is what we saw in the last two games. They considered very early, and even this time around, it took them a bit of time to get the the offensive part of the game. Already you can see the qualities there as they're beginning to circle in, and you'd like them to circle a little bit quicker than they're doing. This is basically a sign of what you are more likely to see come the Betway Premiership. So again, I'm sure the coach will have studied enough to notice that there's something that the team is not getting up to speed as quick as it would want to. It's the slow start, and that for me is what maybe is not. But the fact that once they get it going, they look so positive. They're finding one another with speed and accuracy in their passing into the offensive half. Not too many teams can play like Pirates are doing in the offensive part of the field, which is what they're beginning to do now. That goal wasn't a fluke. It didn't come from anywhere. You could see it was coming, it was happening, it was building up, and eventually it resulted in a goal.
Growing with confidence, growing with sharpness up front, and that has profited Orlando Pirates. 1-1 it is. Hydration break, done and dusted. They kick off. Orlando Pirates have equalized. It's now sitting at 1-1. Well, as we approach the 30-minute mark of this encounter. Oh, pressure already, Orlando Pirates, you did say that. They start slow. Now they have warmed up to this encounter. Now they're looking to put their own signature to how things would be, or how the outcome would be. They also conceded early, even in their previous encounter against Cadiz. They came back from behind and to make sure that they equalize. Well, coincidentally also, they found a goal from just outside the box as well. Mremi with that strike. Today, it's a different case for what they come now. Looking for some response is Faisal Kamdi. Throw in. It's the line that won the throw-in. Mohamed Al-Ghamdi. Certain test that Orlando Pirates need to hit the ground running locally when the league eventually does kick off. Playing quality opposition, that's what they've managed to do. They still have Las Palmas on also in the radar. They will be playing against a side they have not won or beaten still. Right after this, they won't really have much rest is Orlando Pirates, of course, before they go on to finish their program. Again, forward they come, looking to try and come from behind and grab this game by the scruff of its neck. They're not really finding the spaces that they're really looking for.
Remy just coming through just about everywhere. Earlier on was a little bit more to the left with Apollos operating on the right-hand side, and now he's back into his favorite right foot because he can play as an inverted when he comes from the right-hand side, and which is how he scored that goal against Cardis.
Keeping things calm as Sierra. Tito plays it quickly out wide. Spotted and spoke about Orlando Pirates not having much time to rest on their laurels. Tomorrow they take on Las Palmas. Actually, just 24 hours after they've played a tough opponent like Ittihad. They'll be on the bike again.
And against, just like we saw in their first game, this is the squad that came out, and then the second game he brought in the French players, some of the youngsters that have graduated from the DDC. So I think for that game he'll rest a lot of these players that we see in this game and bring those again. So sometimes it's not so much about winning; it's about getting everybody up to speed. And those youngsters will need the opportunity to play this level so that should they be considered back home, they'll be ready to compete at this level.
Murebi, doing what he does best and attracting unwanted, unsolicited attention as well. Gets a free kick, gets up. He'll run it off. Looked pretty painful.
Gee, yeah. Under normal circumstances, that attack would have gone with a cart. He might not have made much contact, but the intention was horrible.
And after the game against Las Palmas, they will then be playing another Saudi opponent in Neom. That will be played on the 24th of this month. Still very much, still this week. So they won't have a lot of time. Then after that, they come back home to continue their pre-season as they build up to the resumption of the 26-27 season. As they go on to defend the treble that they won the previous season. The last time they won a treble, they did it 2 consecutive seasons. As they go in search for yet another goal, they keep in possession in a very important area. Looking to punch holes in that defense of Ittihad. Now, Apollos looks for a crack. Well,
A little bit disappointed with him because it fell into his stronger foot. And normally when he's there, he's able to unleash some really powerful, stinging type of balls. And this time he gets it over the bar.
And with no one pressing him also.
Yeah, I thought you'd have been a bit more comfortable to take a very good one. Almost the same range as Butter did.
Also one of 7 players of Orlando Pirates that went into the World Cup as well. Didn't have much time to rest is Apollos, unlike the other of his teammates that had somewhat of a pre-season. Of course, Orlando Pirates, who came back on the 1st of July from the break to start preparing for this campaign. Easy. Picked up possession now. Looking to try and drive forward. Mistake made defensively. Tito shows a little bit too much to the opponent. El Nesri brought down right in front of the referee. Just cries for help, falls on deaf ears of the referee. And Rajkovic forced off his line to try and intercept the ball before it gets to the very lethal, very dangerous Tsepang Muremi. And then the Pirates are able to regain possession. Yeah, ball recovery speed is certainly impressive. It's grown better as the game's gone on. Ball allowed to bounce in the box. Makopa's first touch, little too heavy. Ball gets away from him, but Orlando Pirates recover it again almost immediately after they've lost possession. Tito out wide. Looking for a quick interchange of passes. Tito, cut back! Keeper did well, but not enough! Shwata! Well,
looks like it's been ruled
a bit confusing there.
Yeah. Moremi doesn't understand, because I thought it was beautifully done. Look at the interchanges, the passing, and he cuts it back there. And
yeah, confused by the offside call.
You tell me what went wrong here.
Yeah, but bemused here by the call. Oh, looks like it was a foul, maybe.
Maybe a little bit earlier, but not in offside, because the assistant on that far side actually was running back, basically saying it was a goal. The flag should have come from him first if there was an offside goal. But take nothing from the way Orlando Pirates constructed those passes under very tight spaces.
Right, Yabi has got Ndaba for comfort. Ndaba gets the ball. Orlando Pirates defending lovely. Maswangai. It's Orlando Pirates breaking with pace now. What can they do when they're on their bikes? They're the most dangerous. Makopa. Oh, keeper did well. Got down early. Still alive though for Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates shifting through the gears quickly and able to really cause a havoc in that defense.
It was a good choice by Makopa, because taking into account that the goalkeeper was probably unsighted at the time, so that could have easily squeezed through. So it was a good save. But Apollis maybe wrapping his foot around the ball for the first time, could have trickled into the back of the net, but preferred to maybe had another touch.
Makopa had enough space and time and used it very well. At least as a striker, you force a save out of the keeper. Just make the keeper work if you don't bury it into the back of the net. Now, opportunity by Ahmad Al-Ghamdi. Diaby is lurking just behind, puts pressure on the Pirates' defense. Composed, cool, calm, and collected as well. Able to deal with this imminent danger.
Impressive from Chain.
Masongai. Nduli. Mbata. And the Pirates carving their way through. Maswanganye, cut back from Maswanganye. Shots, well, uncontrolled. Referee's whistle had already gone off.
Yeah, against the police. That's one thing that for me, I'm not sure if he's rushing the shots, and in that case, but you could see his upper body was leaning far back for him to get it on target.
Again, it's the string of passes of Orlando Pirates that is able to pierce through the defense of Ittihad. Diaby. Musa Diaby. In the end, it's in the spirit of brotherhood. Botlela locking him in. Now, good opportunity for them to regain their lead again. Al Nasri. And cleared away defensively. Again, another mistake from Ahmed Al Gambi. Played over the defense. Easily read by Danilo Pereira. Kabi does well for Ittihad. Shakwiti. Kabi looks for options. Forced to go back to his captain Danilo Pereira. Dispossess. Man who provided the assist. Links up. Shakini ball into the center.
Wow, beautifully defended. I mean, Nasri there thought maybe he's got a second goal because he was ahead of the defender. And look at this. He cuts into the front of the defender. I think it's Siema who, in the nick of time, just arrived to make the block.
Lebone Siema. Doing justice for the Siema name. Not related, of course, with Lehlohonolo Siema, but had a stellar of a season in the previous campaign. Looks as though he may have hurt himself. Oh, they'll be hoping it's not as serious as it looks.
Came at a very high cost. Very important tackle to make. But,
of course. Look at it once more. Lovely played by Diaby. Looking for El Nasri. Looking for his second is El Nasri. Disappointed not to be first to that ball. Siema intercepted right on time. Well, you look at his face, even not allowing the physio to touch his ankle. Such is the pain that he's going through. Important cog in that Pirates defense. 28 games played by him last year and 2 goals scored. So Coach Abdesalem Wadu will be hoping that this is not as serious as it looks. You look at the timing, in just less than 2 weeks, the league kicks off. So in as much as it's pre-season, you're hoping to have your best players injury-free by that time.
It's always so important to start from a very strong point of view, mentally, physically, tactically, and all the other aspects of the game that are needed. It's what you want to have in that beginning, because the season can be lost right from the beginning, which nearly is what nearly happened for a lot of Pirates, losing 2 of the first 2 games of the season last, but they were able to recover. You don't want to go through that stress.
Well, there's a thumbs up from him to the technical team. He'll be able to just shake it off. Just under 30 seconds before we go into the break. Surely there'll be a minute or 2 added by the referee, of course. Just on a minute added for that injury on Lebone Siema.
And take into account that there's also the water break that the players have to go through, which adds to the time added.
Cutting through and moving like a hot knife through butter. And Pereira At the latest challenge on Muremi. Well, his expression certainly says others. Well, reaction from Muremi, it's a bit concerning.
Ankles clipped. And those can be very painful.
Well, a minute played over the two edit. And Ittihad looking to try and shave through. Now Diaby gets it onto his left, looking to place it, and does so. Restores the lead for Ittihad. There's Moussa Diaby.
Yeah, they were found very wide open there. Once again, China gets beaten by a decent ball, but defenders caught into that far side, and with Diaby left all by himself, he had all the time to be able to drop the shoulder to the right and then take the ball to the left before he could slide it past from such a close range. Great goal.
Men from Guinea-Bissau by birth, who holds the citizenship of Portugal. Put a bit under pressure now. Forward again they come. Onto the white side, Diaby looking to complete a brace. Cuts it back. Ooh, just wide from El Nasri. Just wide from El Nasri. Men from France and Morocco combining well. Just not able to really find the back of the net. Well, nervy ending there for Orlando Pirates. Well, Ittihad have found their way back at half-time. It's Ittihad club that lead by 2-1 against Orlando Pirates.
Have claimed the title. 14 years they've waited, and as they did in 2012, it is a domestic treble.
Welcome to Budapest, the best drivers in the world and a storied circuit.
Welcome to Budapest.
The Hungarian Grand Prix is underway. Here comes Max. My word, that is close. What a sight for all those who have made their way in. And there's the late move.
That wasn't even a free hit.
This is Hungarian Grand Prix.
Lando Norris wins the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Let's go!
Here we go.
Like a renegade, running my way. Every scar in marks a story. Every ounce of pain, like another page in this chapter titled Glory. Heart beat steady, aim looking deadly. Don't let me in now, don't let me in now. I'll tell it all down. I was made for this, I was made for this. So right now, I've been waiting for this. 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 Longer than your life. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Longer than your life.
Broadcast proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best.
Sleep can wait with the DSTV Kids Club. Keep your kids entertained with all the Mnet movie channels, daily reward spins, prizes, and games on the My DSTV app. So stay connected and enjoy holidays without the horror.
Eddie.
Supersport and Paga, bringing the story of rugby to its people.
This is rugby. Indeed.
I think, Thomas, if I can get a chance just to ask one of the senior statesmen in the club, Makaula, to say the season starts and Makaula is injured and amachita ayadlala Kesh. Kunjani ukukhala, the season starts, you're not ready to play, you are carrying an injury from the previous season. Kunjani ukukhala mawubukela amachita ayadlala?
16 games this season. 13 starts.
To be honest, it was tough. Seeing the guys playing and watching them for the first 2 games, they didn't do well. I was like, no, I wish I was there, man. Maybe I could have done something, maybe to help the new coach, to get the result. But I just told myself that no, my time will come and I'll keep on working hard. And seeing the train, when it's moving, it's like, oh, I'm left behind, Monsieur. Like, oh, what is this? I have to be quick. But I think rushing myself, it's one of the things that hit me hard, because I started rushing, I got injured again. But I was like, okay. Then the coach came and said, no, Keshai, relax. You'll get into the train. So just relax you. Then I started working on my injury well.
I see a lot of Buccaneers would have been shocked, Makaula, to say, what is the coach thinking? Makaula is not in the team. But I get the answer today, because I see you're trying to hide your hand.
Got a bandage.
You're trying to hide your hand. And,
no, put it back. Let's see, the viewers missed it.
This is the reason why you didn't play the last 2 games.
What's wrong?
What happened?
What's happening underneath there?
It's a fracture. I think we were playing against Stellenbosch.
Yeah?
And I think Olisa stepped on my hand. And and I think I tried to force it against Magesi, but it was really...
It's not from lifting too many trophies.
No.
It's for lifting 3 trophies.
You actually make the point, though. I mean, Cash, how many trophies now since you're alive, the Orlando Pirates?
I think 4 MTNs, 2, I think 7.
7.
Yeah.
7. Yeah. And then ufike Younger 2018 in Dota. FA Cup and every stars. Netbank Cup. Yeah. And then now, from that to in 2 seasons, 7.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever think
no.
It could turn around like that?
I've never think maybe I will come to Orlando Pirates. Yeah, I think it's one of my, like, the things like I always cherish in my life. Coming to a big club like this, I was old. You know almost the story, but I think...
We don't know.
No, you know the social media. Hey, where is Cash going? Where is... but...
And they look at your ID book.
Yeah, they look at my ID book.
And they say,
Yeah, but I told myself that, no, the chairman knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got 7 trophies. Thanks to the chairman.
I think that one you must whisper to Andre to say, hey, I came with 1. Yeah. Now I've got 7.
Yeah. And Rapumza.
Yeah.
I came January.
Yeah.
So
2023.
Yeah. January.
Oh, you all say January.
So you must understand that people who are coming January transfer window.
Yeah.
There's luck there.
The guys who have been here for a longer time means a lot for us because we've fallen short quite a few times. So I'm just glad that this time we could get it over the line.
I think unity is feeling everything very simple for us. They do like a more for Machita and unity is
It was a long journey, you know. From pre-season, we've been working hard, we've been grinding. You know, coach was instilling a lot of mentality on us. You know, he demands a lot. But I think it comes from love, you know, because every time he pushes us to be better as players, you know, as human beings. And I think in us winning today, you know, it was poetic justice for us because our effort, our hard work, they're shown on the field of play. So I think it was poetic justice for us to win the trophy.
Sundowns get ready to go for the hip-hop team's title. So dominant have they been.
"3,500 kilometers of sweat and sacrifice. 21 stages, but one truth. It is time that will break you or make you. The mountains may test your legs, but the stopwatch will test your soul. It all comes down to time and the prestige of Le Maillot Jaune for the one who can master it. Watch Le Tour de France on Supersport. It's about time. Proudly brought to you by Cecil Nurse and Toyota.
Welcome to Budapest. The best drivers in the world and a storied circuit.
Welcome to Budapest.
The Hungarian Grand Prix is underway. Here comes Max. My word, that is close. What a sight for all those who have made their way in. And there's the late move. That wasn't even at the free kick.
This is Hungarian Grand Prix.
Lando Norris wins the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Wonder Diamond League from Zurich, Switzerland. We're ready for a big one here.
But he has indeed smashed the world record. Who's going to get another line? Lyles
Inched his way forward.
Oh, yes! Has she got it? Yes, she
has. These are the stories the scoreboard doesn't show. Moments between the moments, the pressure and the play, the drama that turns results into journeys and series into sagas.
But then everything changed.
Oh, nothing can beat that.
You saw the moment. This is everything that made it possible.
Everybody should believe that's what makes us grow and push again.
Features on Supersport, a selection of sport's greatest stories told through a new lens.
There's plenty for Kaiser Chiefs to celebrate. They can celebrate the fact that they are back in continental competition. They will be playing CAF Confederation Cup football next season.
Welcome back to the Banús Football Center in Marbella. That is where we are coming to you live from for this encounter between Orlando Pirates and Ittihad in the first half, having ended 2-1. The last dying seconds of that first half, thoughts on how Ittihad came back into this encounter.
To give Pirates too much confidence to start circling down, taking the foot off the pedal, and that is when Al Ittihad bounced back. And yes, the first goal also I mentioned, I thought it was a defensive error. Second goal, the marking, situation wasn't quite proper. They were not close to the players that were in the attacking zone. You don't mark space in that area. You almost like stay man to man. So that wasn't the case. So there was a lot of defensive inabilities from the Orlando Pirates side that allowed Al Ittihad to bounce back. So let's see how it pans out in this second half, because certainly there's a number of things that Coach Wadu must have spoken about.
No, certainly a number of things spoken about. Not a lot of changes made for Orlando Pirates, as it has been the norm in their current campaign in Spain, wherein they have not made a lot of changes. Well, not the same can be said, of course, about the opponents, who have made some changes also to this encounter for themselves. For the second half, Supersport starts in goals. Had a very quiet first half. Is Van Rooyen by his standards, likes going up and down the wing and trying to get balls into the box, and something that Evidence Magopa didn't really have a lot, especially at the early stages of this encounter. Yes, there was some penetration from Orlando Pirates into the box later on. We're hoping that they could switch on immediately in this particular encounter. Now they get us off for the second half. Orlando Pirates, having changed sides, they now attack the right hand side of your picture and defending the left, where Al Ittihad will be attacking from, looking to start on a front foot already. There's a goalkeeping change made on the side of Al Ittihad. Will confirm for you exactly as to how many changes made. Osama Al-Memish is the latest to have come in. Oh, knocking Eddie, looking to extend the lead as is. And hasn't really worked for them as well. Strike from a distance doesn't really get to where he would have wanted it, as far as the encounter is concerned, from Georgie Bekena, the Nigerian.
We expect a little bit more of direct football in trying to get to him. He's a big boy, so it means the holding up of the ball is his strength. So they might now and then go with a bit of transition play just to get to him. Let's see how CBC and company deals with his presence in that box.
Throw in for Al Ittihad.
Look at his 10.
And apologies for the break in pictures. Technicians very quick to it to try and get it quickly fixed. Oh, lovely ball. First touch a little bit too heavy. Able to get into it, and the keeper did well. Made himself big there.
Yeah, I hear your point. Yes, he made himself big, which is the point. But he made it look so obvious where the ball was going. Is Tsepang. And I thought maybe by making it so obvious where he might likely to put it, then a quick sandwich will have done the trick. Will have left the goalkeeper on the ground and rolled it in.
A little bit nasty there. Tito feeling the brunt of that. Feeling the brunt of that is Tito. They have a free kick. Can they put it to good use? And test Mohamed Albasi, who's in between the sticks. He's already shown what he can do. He's the 23-year-old. Into the box it goes, easily dealt with. Opportunity for Van Rooyen. Siema closed down quickly. Very mindful, Siema, in avoiding contact with the opponent. It's a corner. First one in the second half for Orlando Pirates. Third of the game. Yet to score from a corner. Can this be the first opportunity to do so? No, it's the answer. Cleared away from danger. Recycled back to Sipochain. Tito. Outside to Silepe.
Intercepted.
Intercepted into the box it goes, and looking to try and clear it defensively, looking to keep it alive, desperately so. And there's a shot eventually coming through. Just couldn't really get it as well as he would have wanted it. Didn't connect as fine as he had anticipated to get to the end of it. Pouncing on that opportunity. Moran Al-Safi just couldn't keep it on target.
This opportunity almost created by the mistake from China not being able to pass that ball away. And this, I think, is some of the lapses of concentration that we saw in the first half. But you don't want to see this becomes becomes a habit if it happens that too often. And then you've got to be able to deal with it. And particularly from Chino, who's the more experienced of the players in that field of play, you don't want such incidents coming from him. You know, now and then you can take it from some of the younger players that has just walked into the team. But from a senior player like him, it's a no.
Yeah. See you still continue with that red pen. Well, of course, it is your favorite department. You've excelled in it before. There's on a turn, couldn't really find the target is Masonganyem. You've given us the likes of Timsalim Sibi. You've given us the nation's captain in Ronwen Williams. So it's a department you're quite passionate about, the goalkeeping department, of course, Chongwe. And when you say it's a no, speaking from a goalkeeper coach's perspective.
Not so much from the goalkeeper's perspective. I think it's just the professionalism that you would expect from such a level of a player.
Modest as always, Shongwe. That's why they call him Cool Cats. Cool under pressure. Never blows his own trumpet too.
Wish I was. If you find me in a small corner, you don't know what you'll be able to hear.
Tempted. It's going to be a long season ahead. We'll certainly see a few of those. Ittihad have a free kick opportunity to clear out defensively for them. Will take their time in playing it out.
And with changes made, a team normally loses a bit of the shape and the fluidity in which they played, and I think Orlando Pirates are in that state right now.
Now, they're looking to try and open them defensively. Siema venturing forward a little bit more now that Silepe has joined in to help out defensively. Mariko as well has come into that center of the defense as well. I'll confirm for you in a moment as to who would have made way. And also seeing the likes of Watobo Hale. Seeing a little bit more Van Rooyen in the start of the second half.
There was a little bit of an imbalance from the two fullbacks. Van Rooyen didn't push as much. Daba did, though. He got caught a number of times not being able to cover once the ball is lost. So, and maybe the talk in that first half or in the dressing room was that maybe Van Rooyen should give a little bit of a push on his side as well, just to help stretch the defenders.
Now, they can't really clear out defensively as how they wanted Orlando Pirates. Van Rooyen getting into the thick of things, looking to keep it decent and solidifying as they build up for what they come. Headed back into the safe hands. Looking to start out defensively as we get into the 10th minute of the second half. 2-1 it is from Ittihad. They are piling on the pressure, looking to extend that lead. Wide they come. What can they do? Play back. Skipped over. Al-Gamdi keep it going. Well, I was looking to try and feed it off to a teammate. Is Eli Nekena. Fine work done to win the possession for what they come again. Mawan Al-Hafi has been a nightmare since coming on. Is Al-Safi on the near side, wearing jersey number 22 for Ittihad. He's been a handful to deal with. Dispossessed. Losing the ball cheaply is Orlando Pirates. And starting a little slow than how they did in the first half. Mitaj looking for Al-Haf. He has never sat down, is Coach Wadu. As well. Cuts on the inside. Looking for support. Tito, quick shot. Well, interchange of passes and a tame shot coming through eventually. Not sure if that's what Mariko wanted to do.
Now and then you want taking players from the midfield to take the chances with a long-range shot, but it's got to be meaningful. Because you find that at a time when he takes the shot, maybe there were other opportunities or options where he could have played the ball to in a better way.
No, there hasn't been much supply, and of course, to Makopa right up front.
No, just the whole movement of the ball hasn't been reaching Makopa, or should I say the attacking phase in a coordinated way to find or to give Makopa an option to take a shot. He's been chasing for the most part or being expected to hold a bit more of the ball.
Al-Safi loses the ball, goes down. Referee says play should continue. Handball for Mitaj. Just on the bottom side of your picture, you can already see there are some changes lining up for Orlando Pirates. That handball again. Yes, this is how the collision happens. Selepe coming through and winning the ball with ease, Selepe. Making sure that Mawan Al Safi does not get to the end of it. Very speedy already that we've seen as he's come through. Of course, they'll be starting a season without Karim Benzema. Is Al Ittihad. He's moved on to rivals Al Hilal. I mean, earlier on in the year, they've lost N'Golo Kante, who's moved on to the Turkish side in Fenerbahce. Fabinho, the Brazilian, as well. Yes, also left the club. Unattached currently is Fabinho. So they've lost a lot of experience. The four-time champions of the Saudi Pro League. Last time they lifted a trophy was in 24-25 season. They failed to do so in 25-26, losing to Al Nasri. And Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nasri. Now these four-time champions, they look to try and reclaim glory. They have to do so without the likes of Benzema. They're showing the signs that they can be able to soldier on as he looks to try and curl it past a chain. Tips it over and does a chain to make sure that it goes out for a corner. Fine strike from Fernandez though.
Easily opened up its the Orlando Pirates defense, and the midfield also not being able to mark that tie to allow a shot, a decent shot from an inverted player in that position from Fernandez is very, very dangerous. But given the space he was given, not the best defending position for Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, first corner in the second half. To the far post it goes, headed back. Away from danger. Easily and decisively dealt with. Amamak has come and gone. 2-1 it is to Al Ittihad. They get another corner almost immediately. Roger Fernandez going to on the far side to just get an in-swinger perhaps. And recycle it back to the goalkeeper as they look to try and see and rebuild from the back. Mitaj is under pressure immediately from Watobhale.
Intensity of the game has dropped for me.
Again, Orlando Pirates starting on a slight slower side. Very much like they did in the first half, of course. But they grew with confidence and sharpness as that game grew. They conceded the first goal. If you just joined us, they conceded the first goal in the 10th minute. Went on to equalize in the 26th minute. And in the dying minutes of the first half, they then conceded their second of the match. They've had a goal denied also in this encounter. So yes, pre-season, call it a friendly as much as you would like, but I tell you what, both sets of players from both sides have come with the competitive spirit, of course, as they look to try and get rid of the cobwebs and also sharpen up for the next season. Looking to use his body against Siema is George Ili Nekena. There'll be some changes from Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, wholesale changes.
Of course, it's a friendly. It's not limited to just 5 changes. The two teams will, of course, meet before the game and decide how many changes they can make. Often enough, those changes will allow for everybody. Birthday boy, Camelo Sibilibili, is a standing by to also come on. And also is Lada, who did well in his first and second game. He'll look to try and get minutes under his belt as well.
As I was saying, that the tempo of the game is dropping and the intensity doesn't quite look as good, and which is why coach makes changes. When you see that, it's basically a cue for you to say, okay, let me see how do I get the tempo of the game up, and freshening the legs is one way to do so, but knowingly that some of those players might not be at the same moment with the rest of the team, and so security might what they need to apply first just to get them going before they could make too many changes in as far as the structure is concerned.
Restart was not to the liking of the referee. Now, looking to start on Eddie. All played behind the defense now. Looking for a cutback from Padime. Not the best of first touches, but just keeps it alive. Orlando Pirates shifting through the gears. Cut back into the center. And needed some priceless defending. Needed some priceless defending from Kabi. Snappy 10 from Wato.
Banús was also another that came in the second half, providing some defensive work there with that tackle.
He's the one for the future, I can tell you. He had some great games under his belt, under Coach Hlonolo Siema. He's Bukhali. In his first season, a graduate of the DSTV Diski Challenge also. Looking for a placement. Testing Albasi. Tips it out for a corner.
Once again, I can imagine how difficult it must have been for him to sit, take off, but they recovered well. Fingertip save.
Taking shots. Hoto keeps it going. Looking for a fine strike, hangs it over. Hoto is chasing. It's the touchline that will win that race. Kamkhela Sibilibili. Looking to really take control of that middle of the park as the Orlando Pirates. Yeah, finding it difficult really to boss that middle of the park. Wow. Gets a free kick in his favor, and there'll be the first card that will be brandished. I never see referees put the same cards, color cards, into the same pocket. Padime doing what he does best. Mpo wa Padima. Mpo that shines. Get over. Hit just over the crossbar. Idea, decent one. Not much for the execution.
Also, maybe lack of communication as well. Not too sure what's just behind Parima, just behind him, number 7. I think he was in a better chance to get over the ball, to head it directly in towards the net.
Zulu would certainly be itching to register a goal for his new side. Cut back from Wato. Still alive. Selepe plays it over. And looking to just head it into space and just couldn't do that. There'll be another cut. Brandished out. This time it's to Orlando Pirates. They'll remain down and hoping to get some treatment at least. Well, Selepe it is to go into the referee's book for this challenge, very late from him. Magic spray. That fixes all wounds. Some people here. Selepe. 21 years of age. Had a chance to start in the league. In the last 2 games, of course, against Durban City and Orbit College. Also, Selepe done outstandingly well. Played 90 minutes in the final game of the season against Orbit College. Played just about 69 minutes in a game against Durban City, where Orlando Pirates desperately needed the 3 points. Were held by the team of choice at the Amstel Arena. Showed a good account of himself. Then is the 21-year-old who looked to try and continue to do the same as the season begins. Dion Hotto, the experience of the Namibian in the Pirates lineup is priceless, really.
He offers so much to the team. You talk about his defensive duties. You talk about offering a bit going forward. I mean, second to none. The energy throughout the 90 minutes, if he gets given the opportunity. Amazing.
Sibilibili turns 24 today. Yeah, and they sing it on the stands as well, just to remind him that after this encounter, they're cutting cake if they haven't done so already. But they'll want to do that, celebrating another win as they come forward, looking for a response. Sibilibili dancing his way and looking to try and find a teammate to offload to. Wato is there, manages to hold off the pressure from Mataj. Selepe picks up for Orlando Pirates. What can they do? Are the Buccaneers? Zulu. Out wide. Hotto. Almost dispossessed was Hotto.
Much better from Orlando Pirates. Yes, you might not be making too much progress going forward, but you're not giving possession away.
Ball retention. Applauded by Shongwe. They build up with patience.
You've got the players to do so. And you don't expose yourself to the danger of being counter-pressed.
Keeping the ball, looking for spaces. Selepe. They'll still get the throw in. Lunge from Al Shamran. Not the best, of course. Hydration break. Just as when Orlando Pirates are starting to gain momentum and start ticking the boxes and dotting the X's. Is this water break possibly going to kill the momentum they were building already?
Possibly, but at the same time, maybe is a bit of recovery as well from being able to refresh. One of the things that coach is looking for from such kind of games, like I said, winning is always so very important, but sometimes as you want to see your team being able to do a certain exercise like rotation of the ball, very, very key. You might play a team that doesn't give you the space to go forward, but you can't keep forcing a matter that doesn't quite, is not happening. So those are the moments where you decide to recycle the ball with a reasonable amount of success. And then, just like Spain, I mean, that's one good example that I think the whole world saw. The level of patience in the way they build up towards being able to create a goal. You might not score too many, but you are not in danger from the opposition because you got possession of the ball for the better part of the game.
Well, new man at helm of the now Nasri side, rather the Ittihad side. And he'll be looking to try and make sure that they can start back in Jens Vessing. Hasn't really seen much of the ball since coming on. These were the goals that came about. That was the goal that got them back into the league. Moussa Diaby, man born in Guinea-Bissau, with playing former French international, of course. Just under 15 minutes left of regulation time in this encounter. Haven't seen a lot of time being added. Anticipating in the second half, maybe it won't be the case as well. Dispossessed, and referee blows in his favor. Sibilibit. The man had the charge on Al-Shafi. Good pressing from Orlando Pirates, making Ittihad uncomfortable as they look to try and build out from the back. Pressing them early, forcing errors. That is the idea.
Dangerous ball. When you got that type of space and it's too crowded and one loose pass, big problems.
Cut back from Orlando Pirates. Can they finish? Shot is blocked. Oh, can't go any further. And Stephen Keller with the block. Lovely cut back.
Yes, beautiful cut back.
Just played behind though of what would a person would have been the intended target in Butuma. Easy grab for Lalbasi. Not giving a lot of space. Strong ball played, just really dispossessed quickly by Matic. Now Ittihad looking to shift through the gears, looking for some space that they have already been starved off by Orlando Pirates. Able to find the lanes to just play that ball in. chasing out wide. Can he keep it in play? Yes, was the answer. And a deflection. We'll see it gathered easy by Dladla. Siyabonga Dladla. Another prospect, one for the future. Ticks all the boxes. There's fires a great goalkeeper. Is Dladla. Very good with his legs, I must say. Ball distribution. The 101 of ball distribution. He was an A student in that class, I can tell you. Is Siyabonga Dladla.
That I appreciate. But for me, once again, playing it into the center when you have a team that presses against you, and that is real danger. That is something that I think he needs to learn before he gets punished badly.
Oh, lovely ball, Nwato. Looking for the pace. And Butuma not able to win the throwing as well as he thought. That was his ball. It's not to be, though. Easily gathered by Banawi. Mitach. He'll take a deep breath before he starts off things. I'll tell you what, he's playing on the same side that Sibilibili is on, as well as Nwato. So they're certainly making him earn his keep today. Zulu did well to win that ball, but it was just a little bit too strong, showed too much. Easy for defense of Ittihad. As they come away with it, Fernandez working it out of defense. Free kick. Late challenge on Kone. Slepe again has to watch himself. He's already on a yellow. Another one, he'll walk. Clear away with ease. Bundle off the ball. Advantage played by the referee. Orlando Pirates looking for some spaces. There's a lot of distance in amongst each other, but they can still find themselves. Mahali put down Nwato. Foul committed. Stephen Kellem, the guilty party. Orlando Pirates trading 8.5 minutes to be exact of regulation time. Can they equalize? Parime. Offside flag was up already against Mbutuma.
It was a moment that he could have taken a shot, but he wanted one touch too many, but also that additional pass in that box. There, he could have taken a shot there. Goalkeeper, once again, could have been unsighted easily.
No, leaves it behind. And looking for the ball in their favor. Doesn't really get to work out well. As Coach Vissing watches on. Al Ittihad are leading by 2-1. And the Pirates have about 7.5 minutes of regulation time to change that around, find an equalizer, and also maybe set us up for a dramatic end. Edge of the seat staff. And they always deliver in style. Once and always, they say. Exactly how they delivered the league as well. Tense moments. Nwato can't really find the space with Mitach running right in front of him. family on the books of Siwelele. They've also got a Neo Rapo as well.
Oh, that left fullback position is beefed up, eh?
Certainly.
If you think Otto is in the field of play now, Ndaba is another, and then Rapo.
Tough competition ahead. Whoever will wear the jersey first will have his work cut out. And also, they're competing against Dion Hoto, who leaves parts of his skin on the playing field, plays his heart out at every given occasion. So he's exemplary and a true definition of form is temporary, class is forever. So they'll find it hard. Ikenenge looking to cut on the inside. Shosha! They get the third one. Is Ittihad. And this time, it's a substitute man born in Nigeria, raised in France. Former Monaco man.
Sheer strength in the way that he picks up the ball with a bit of skill, shifts away from the defender and smack it with his all might. But once again, it's a mistake by Orlando Pirates. They were on the build-up play and they gave ball position away. For me, these are the moments that at this level, and we spoke about the high press that Ittihad are applying in that middle and also very high up in the field. So you always are playing to the advantage when you try to do it in such a way that you allow mistakes where you have misplaced passes. It was a little bit of pressure. There wasn't much to it.
George Ilnekena is the latest on the score sheet. Orlando Pirates kick us off with Ittihad 3, Orlando Pirates 1. First goal of the second half. If you've just joined us, 3 were scored in the first half. That saw Ittihad lead by 2-1 going into the break. They've just extended that lead. Sibilibili looking to get Orlando Pirates back into it. Padime couldn't keep the ball in play. Throw in to Ittihad. Attached to take it. Well, looks as was a free kick, so Sibilibili would have been offside. Looks as though that's the call. And the Pirates does well, intercepting that ball before it goes any further. Now looking for a good moment, looking to try and get the ball into the box. Mariko on a turn, opens up his body, shows a little bit too much. Battling for the ball on the edge of the 18 area. Not able to win it. Orlando Pirates, they turn it over now. And Sibilibili is looking to cut on the inside. Easily ran. Easy book to read. It was for Killer. For what they go again now. It's the goal scorer. Ilnekene looks for support. We'll go back as far as Mario Metaj. Mariko does well to win possession, does Mariko. Lovely ball. Needs a good first touch. Delivers on the first touch. Cuts it on the inside. There's heavy traffic in yellow. Worked out defensively. What can they do now is Ittihad coming forward, looking to extend the lead already. Looking to try and whip one into the box. Delivers one. Finds Sibilibili with the clearance. Rough challenge. Referee will certainly not let it go by. Next is Stephen Kellem. Oh, beg your pardon. That is Kabi. Late challenge.
Very late.
We need one in the space. Everybody's asking the ball in the space. Hey, yes, okay.
Butuma stuffed off supply since coming on as well. And the Pirates looking to get things and get it going. Free kick for Orlando Pirates. Can they reduce the areas? Into the last minute of regulation time. Hang it up and hope for a header. Now big bodies there to try and tag it. Polki there. And also Spangani Zulu.
Padima is another. There's no short of area presence.
No, certainly not. Mariko the other as well. Into the box it goes, easily cleared away. Zaza. Sbilibili. Looking to try and get forward early. Sbilibili gets a free kick. And the Pirates feeling a sense of urgency. 90 minutes has come and gone. Ittihad lead by 3-1 there of Orlando Pirates. And the Pirates will be desperate to try and get yet another goal. At this time may be anything but consolation. Albasi will gather it with ease. There was pressure building out from wide from Sibilibili, but he'll be able to compose himself. Restarts. Okay, composed to build out from the back. No pressure yet on them. They'll want to keep the ball.
Overall, you can see the quality in the side. Yes, they did concede. There were moments where Orlando Pirates controlled the game better, but I think if you look at over the 90 minutes of the game played, they controlled the better moments. And such is the reason that they're in top. And as far as the score sheet is concerned, I think inconsistency from Orlando Pirates, they had moments of their own that they controlled the game. But unfortunately, they failed to take advantage. The first half, I think, was the best moment.
Cut back into the box it goes! Shasha! They find a response, and that comes with Mbutuma. Yeah, he then closes that gap to just one goal. It's 3-2 now.
It's a decent run, and first time take to blast the ball across into the part of Mbutuma. Great aggression, of course, to find himself in that spot, and neat finish.
Wow, lovely square ball in. Was the last touch of the game from Orlando Pirates to get back into it. And done and dusted. He gets a response for Orlando Pirates, but it's not enough to see them pick up a victory again. It's their third loss of their trips ever since they've been to Spain in 13 games that have played to date, but it's a first loss of this year's edition to an Ittihad. They'll be in action again tomorrow against Las Palmas. Is Orlando Pirates. They don't really get a lot of time to rest on their laurels, as they'll also be playing against Naomi of Saudi Arabia again on the 24th. That will end their trip. But for now, today in their third match, they suffer their first loss on this trip. It is Al Ittihad that walk away with the victory, 3-2 against Orlando Pirates.